And there's my granddad in his first crane. He loved boats, as you can see.
We all love boats.
We all love boats. But yeah, he built this thing. It was an old truck, and he hung a whole bunch of counterweight on it in the form of chains and giant navy chains and ingots of steel, and he beefed up the front end, and he built this boom. And at that time, there was no welding; it was all hand riveted. There was no Miller welder, and he built this thing. And at the time, APS was jacking and cribbing to put transformers on poles and to go up like 30 feet and put a power transformer on a pole. Transformer's like 3 feet tall, maybe 2 feet in diameter, and weighs maybe 800 or 1,000 pounds. And they would jack and crib them up, and it would take them literally an entire day to install one of these transformers. They said, "Hey, Slim, do you think that thing of yours would put one of those transformers on the wall? I mean, up on a pole?" And he said, "I don't know, let's give it a try." And they did, and it worked. And they're like, "Oh, okay." So the crane rental business was born in Arizona with that machine because he had built it to put in equipment at Reynolds.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? He had seen a picture of one. He kind of knew what they were supposed to do and what they looked like. So he just decided to build his own. Same thing with the boats.
Wow. He had an idea of what it was supposed to look like. The thing that's amazing to me was that this entire frame is riveted together without welds.
Yeah. And his idea is, it's so funny in life and in business how things can change. He was going to go into the tow truck business, and he was going to revolutionize the tow truck business because he thought it was silly that when there was an accident and the cars went off the road or they made a big mess, that they just drug them up onto a trailer and did more damage to them and kind of ruined them more. So his idea was he built this thing that could show up with another truck and trailer, and he could quickly grab the cars and set them on the trailer in a much better way than just dragging them up on a trailer. And he was going to be in the tow truck business and use his crane for that. And then, the crane business just kind of evolved differently for him of what he thought. He built it for one thing, and it turned out to be really useful for something entirely different.
It's so cool. And he built this crane himself.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where the cabling goes. So this cable does the tilt of the boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then is there another winch down here to pull this cable, which is the lift pulley?
No. Yeah. There's a cable. Yeah, there's a cable right there on that skookum, on that block. Look, he's just got just a little pulley up there.
Yeah.
He's got a double pulley to move the boom up and down so he can pick up more weight. See how he quadrupled his capacity with that pulley. And then he's got just a regular skookum for his live line.